The federal government targets 1 million youths in mass training on vocational skills. The federal government has launched its vocational skills training scheme, targeting nearly 1 million youths. Tunji Alausa, the Minister of Education, spoke during an inspection tour of the AFS Vocational Hub in Garki, Abuja. The presidential candidate of the All Progressives Grand Alliance, APGA, in the 2023 general election, Justice Prof. Peter Umiadi, has announced his resignation from the party and his withdrawal from all forms of partisan politics in Nigeria. Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa of Ondo State says the era of owing workers' salaries is gone in the state. Aiyedatiwa said this at the combined 12th to 23rd convocation of the Rufus Giwa Polytechnic, Owo, on Saturday. Governor Diko Umaru Rada of Katsina State has approved a major cabinet reshuffle and appointed new heads for key government agencies in what the state government says is part of efforts to reposition his administration for greater efficiency and improved service delivery. Kuka has to apologize to Buhari. Catholic priest faults cleric's silence on Tinubu's administration. A missionary Catholic priest working in Gambia, Reverend Father Kelvin Ugwu, claimed that Bishop Matthew Kuka of the Sokoto Diocese is no longer as outspoken as he once was. Speaking via a Facebook post on Saturday, Ugwu stated that Kuka is no longer the same cleric he used to know. He was reacting to the recent controversy surrounding Kuka's comments on the alleged persecution of Christians in Nigeria. Chief Kensington Adebutu, a prominent Nigerian businessman and philanthropist, brokered a reconciliation between the Oni of Ife, Oba Adeyeye, Ogunwuze, and the Alafin of Oyo, Oba Abimbola Owadi, at an event in Lagos on October 25, 2025. The meeting officially ended a recent feud between the two influential Yoruba monarchs. Ekiti State Governor Biodun Oyebanji has lauded President Bola Tinubu for the appointment of General Olufemi Oluyede as the new Chief of Defense Staff. The Delta State government has reaffirmed its commitment to enhancing public safety and strengthening security operations with the launching of the Delta State Security Trust Fund. The presidency has given further insight into the reason for the sacking and replacement of service chiefs in the country. While denying that the military shake-up was connected to a rumored coup plot, the presidency said it was a move to inject new direction into the armed forces. Delta Security Trust Fund, Tompolo, private sector, key, into Oborevori's vision. On the October 15, 2025, the Delta State government launched its Security Trust Fund. Chief Imokwide, the chairman of Access Holdings plc, was the chairman at the occasion. In attendance were captains of industry from the oil and gas sector, security chiefs, community leaders, top government functionaries, amongst others. Dangote breaks record as first African to hit $30 billion net worth. Nigerian billionaire and industrial magnate Aliko Dangote has officially become the first African to reach a net worth of $30 billion, according to the latest Bloomberg Billionaires Index. Tinubu reacts as Nigeria exits money laundering list. President Bola Tinubu characterized Nigeria's removal from the Financial Action Task Force grey list as a strategic victory for our economy and a renewed vote of confidence in the country's financial governance. Nigeria was officially removed from the list of jurisdictions under increased monitoring by the Financial Action Task Force on October 24, 2025, having successfully completed its action plan. The Commissioner for Internal Security and Home Affairs in Gombe State, Colonel Abdullahi Bello, retired, died in a motor vehicle crash on Friday, October 24, 2025. His police orderly, Sergeant Adamu Hussaini, was also killed instantly in the accident, which occurred along the Malam Sidigomba Road. The Lagos state government has given traders at the computer village in Ikeja an 18-month deadline to relocate to a new, ultra-modern ICT business hub in Katangua, Agbado Oke-Odo. The announcement was made in late September 2025, following a meeting with market stakeholders. The Divisional Police Officer, DPO, of Festac Division, Chief Superintendent of Police, CSP, Matilda Ingba Ronye, has died following surgery in Lagos. The Lagos State Police Command confirmed her passing in a statement on Saturday, October 25, 2025. A fully loaded truck carrying printing materials fell off the Oshodi Bridge in Lagos on Saturday, October 25, 2025, leaving one man with severe injuries. Operatives of the Lagos State Traffic Management Authority, LASTMA, quickly responded to the scene, rescued the victim, and managed traffic. According to reports from Saturday, October 25, 2025, Aloy Ejimako, the special counsel to the detained leader of the indigenous people of Biafra IPOB, Nnamdi Kanu, collapsed inside Kuje prison in Abuja. He had been arrested a few days earlier, following a major reshuffle of the Nigerian military leadership by President Bola Tinubu on October 24, 2025. Major General Waidi Shaibu was appointed as the 25th Chief of Army Staff. He succeeds Lieutenant General Olufemi Oluyede, who was elevated to the position of Chief of Defence Staff. Reports on October 25th and October 26th, 2025, indicate that former Labour Party presidential candidate Peter Obi described some internet fraudsters known as Yahoo Boys as geniuses who need redirection. Zamfara State Governor Dauda Lawal has described the agitation over the Northwest Zone's consensus candidate for the national chairmanship of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, Tanimu Turaki, as a normal part of politics. Speaking to journalists in Abuja on Friday, October 24, 2025, Lawal, who chairs the convention's Special Duties Subcommittee, urged party members to unite for the sake of the PDP. In a cabinet reshuffle announced on October 24 and 25, 2025, Katsina State Governor Dikko Rada redeployed some commissioners and appointed new ones. He also appointed new special advisors and heads of state agencies. According to a statement by his chief press secretary, Ibrahim Kaula Mohammed, the changes are to improve service delivery and optimize performance. A potentially devastating tanker fire was averted in Kogi State on Friday evening, October 24, 2025, thanks to the swift action of security and emergency response operatives. The incident occurred in the crusher area of the Felele motorway in Lokoja. The Nigerian exchange, NGX, ended the week of October 2004, 2025, on a positive note, with market capitalization increasing by N$733 billion. The market closed at N98.792 trillion, up from N98.059 trillion on Thursday, October 23rd. The Kogi State Independent Electoral Commission, KOSIEC, has officially released the timetable and schedule of activities for the conduct of the 2026 local government council elections in the state. According to the document signed by the Commission's chairman, Honourable Maman Ndia Eri, the elections are slated to hold on Saturday, October 17, 2026, across the 21 local government areas of Kogi State. The returnees, who were stranded in Agadez, Niger Republic, were received by the National Emergency Management Agency, NEMA, on October 3rd, 2025, at the Aminu Kano International Airport in Kano. The repatriation was carried out in collaboration with the International Organization for Migration, IOM, and the federal government of Nigeria. Of the Lagos State Traffic Management Authority have apprehended 6 suspected members of a notorious one-chance syndicate operating under the Iora Bridge corridor in Lagos. According to statement by the Director, Public Affairs and Enlightenment Department of LASTMA, Adebayo Taofiq, the arrests, which took place on Thursday, October 23, 2025, were part of a joint enforcement exercise targeting illegal garages, unauthorized shanties, and criminal hideouts along Apapa Road, Costain, and the Ijora Underbridge area. Dare Melody remembers wife 1 year after death, says no woman can replace her. 1 year after the death of his wife, Adedoyin Odunuga, gospel singer Dare Melody paid tribute to her, stating that no woman could replace her in his life. Ivorians voted Saturday to pick a new president, with incumbent Alassane Ouattara, a shoo-in for a controversial 4th term, pitted against a divided opposition further hobbled by the barring of 2 leading candidates. Ouattara, 83, has wielded power in the world's top cocoa producer since 2011, when the country began reasserting itself as a West African economic powerhouse. In Premier League action on Saturday, October 25, 2025, Sunderland defeated Chelsea 2-1 with a stoppage time goal from Kemsdene Talbi, and Newcastle beat Fulham 2-1 after a late goal from Bruno Guimaraes. Sunderland's victory moved them into 2nd place in the table. Substitute Kemsdene Talbi scored a 93rd minute winner to give Sunderland a 2-1 victory over Chelsea at Stamford Bridge on October 25, 2025. The result sent newly promoted